Guys, what's up? Okay, well, as you can tell by the name of this video, 1.17's come out and we now know what it's called. The Caves and Cliffs Update. So, today, I'm going to be telling you my opinion. And trust me, this is going to change Minecraft so much. But also, please smash that like button and that subscribe button. And because I'm wanting to actually make it to 200 subscribers. Let's start with the new biomes, and such as the lush biomes. You can get all sorts of vegetation in here. It's such as glowing vine, in dripping in, in flowers which I've forgotten the name of, and dripweed. And you can even get a new type of aquatic pet, the axolotl. This is going to be so great. Because these guys are called the cutest predators. Man, I just can't wait for 2021. And then also another biome is the deep down, which this is a very dark biome, which in fact sometimes means your torches and lanterns and even now candles will start to lose a bit of light from time to time. But here you can also find in the new mob, and this is the first of its kind, the Warden. This is a blind opponent which you may actually encounter when you're spelunking, and he actually will sense your vibrations, and even if you're in netherite gear, he can take you out in 2 hits. That's overpowered, but still very cool. To actually talk about some of the new things which are in caves, let's start off with local water levels. This actually determines of what the water level for that cave will be. For example, you need to actually get waterfalls and lakes underwater, so you may be able to create such beautiful spaces underground, and be able to raft there. Secondly, there's the stalagmites and stalactites, which look nothing like you'd see in Minecraft at all. In fact, you'd be more likely to encounter something in like this in real life. They're so realistic. And also other things in the game. There's now amethyst. Amethyst is a type of jewel which, as well as being used decoratively, you can also use it to create fancy new blocks, such as the amethyst block, but you can also use it in telescopes. Yes, there's now telescopes, which allows you to much easily see things very far away. This is so amazing. I think if only we could use it to look at the stars. And another thing which is required for the telescope is copper. Yep, copper is now in the game, and you can use it to make a copper block and the telescope, which this is going to make your world amazing, because you can actually make history in a game now. Talking about the history, let's actually talk about one of the newest blocks, areas which you can get. Archaeology. You can actually find out the ancient past of the civilizations that used to be in the game. You get to actually find out a lot more about cultures from the past. That's a bit like what we're doing nowadays with archaeology. This is going to be so much fun because you can actually decorate pots which are now in the game to create such amazing things. One more thing which is also in my Minecraft now is actually also goats. Yes, I'm going on to the cliffside now. Because with goats, they are actually pretty aggressive. They can actually he'd charge at you, and you'd get a lot of knockbacks from their attack. So if you're at the top of the mountain and you were being routed by a goat, you'd be dead. And they can jump pretty high. So imagine what we could do with that if more features were added. I've talked about what there is, but now I'm going to actually identify what there is not, but I personally wanted it in the game. Firstly, a new weapon, such as a spear. This is actually still very Minecrafty, a spear, because it's very similar to a trident. You could use the same mechanic, just retextured. It's a bit like the axe, it's just a retexturing and reshaping of the sword, and just designed for wood. But the second thing I wanted was cogs, because this way you could throw wheat in there and you'd get flour and be able to use the flour to make bread. I mean, you can actually make such a cool thing like that, and then that it can't naturally be crushed or just be destroyed. Meaning you'd be able to generate bins. Also, another thing I wanted was electromagnetism, meaning that you can actually pull and push blocks without actually touching them, and meaning that you can actually create very beautiful doors using this technology. And who knows how this would be used in the redstone community, because, well, you'd have a very easy system and to be able to pull and push things around. And besides, when it comes to the push, I would have added bismuth into the game, to allow that dimagnetism to be added. And one extra thing I would have wanted in the game, you may sound personally a bit crazy, but I know we've now got amethyst, but even more gems, such as rubies, sapphires, peridots. These would be so great for building. That's all for this update. Everything which is in there, which I can remember, and things I wanted but weren't. And also another thing which I forgot to say was the bundle, which makes inventory a bit easier. But still, that's all of them. So hopefully you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more soon.
It's a pity that it's only going to come out in September 2021. Hacker.
Quit you!